Hi, I am Mr. Crocker, and today we're going to talk a little bit more about the economy. So, yesterday we talked about what the economy was, producers, consumers, needs, wants. Okay, kind of lesson one. This is lesson two. So, make sure that you have already taken a look at the pages that went along with this so that you'll understand where we're going with this. Okay, so today we're going to get into parts of the economy. And in different parts of our country, different states, different regions, people produce different things. They produce different things, and they even gave us a pretty cool map at the start of the chapter here. This blue page that shows some of the different products that are created in the different states. And Oklahoma's number one selling export is airplanes. I wouldn't have guessed that, right? I would have guessed either oil or gas or something to do with like cattle, maybe. But airplanes, the number one product that we sell outside of the state. And then it shows what every other state is producing. Also, quite a few of them said airplanes. I was surprised by that. Okay, so we we produce all of these things that are consumed by other people, sometimes in other parts of the world, and that is what makes the economy go. In today's lesson, they wanted us specifically to talk about the government's role in the economy. So we have this economy, and the government can do things to help the economy go, okay? Which is, where we all get jobs and make money. So the government can do things to help us be more productive as citizens. Okay, well, one of the things that government does to help us is they make laws, right? So they make it illegal to steal people's private property, right? Things that belong to me, no one else is allowed to just take. And that's an important part of the economy, okay? We need some rules like that in place so that the economy can function. Another thing that the government does besides providing these laws, okay, it's in providing laws, what I think what we're really trying to say is they sort of provide a safe place where things can go how they need to go, where we can make an agreement, sell a good, you could you consume it, excuse me, and the government sort of provides that safe area for all of those deals to happen. Okay, so that's one thing the government does to help the economy function. Another thing that the government does, though, is they actually participate. Okay, so they take part. The government can also be a producer and a consumer, just like we are. So the government produces a lot of things. They produce roads, okay? They produce what we call infrastructure. So infrastructure. So in infrastructure. So, we're talking about roads, we're talking about buildings, and we're also talking about, they don't produce all buildings, by the way. I probably shouldn't have said that in that. Roads. But another part of the infrastructure is power and sewer and water and all of these things that businesses need to operate, right? If you're going to start a business where you build generators, okay, or computers, you're probably going to want your office space, your business, to have power, to have running water, right? To have some of those basic utilities so that you can function. And government has a big part in creating that infrastructure, all those things that businesses use and need, and people use and need. So that is how businesses produce, or not businesses, that is how government produces. That's how government plays the role of producer. They also produce things like fire departments and schools, okay, that help society function. Okay, so all of these necessities, the government can play a role in bringing them and help and making sure that everything that needs to be there can be there. Okay, so that people can people can actually make the economy run and do that part, but all of the ingredients sort of need to be readily available for that to work. And government can bring all of those things together. They can build a road, they can run power lines, they can put water pipes in the ground so that if you want to open a business, you have what you need available to you. Okay. And when the government produces those things, we pay for it. We pay for it with taxes. Okay. So when you make money, you pay taxes. A lot of times they will just come out of your check. Okay, you may have to pay some more at the end of the year, but the government takes part of that money and they use it for all those things that we just talked about. Now, the government can also participate in the economy as a consumer. So, for instance, schools consume a lot of goods, right? They consume the service that I'm producing. I produce a service as a teacher, so that's something I do. The school pays for that service, okay, and then it goes out to students who are enrolled in that school. If you think about the military, think about all the stuff that the military has. Everything from tanks and planes to, weapons to uniforms to vehicles to all the gas and electricity, all of that stuff that the military uses. That's an example of the government consuming a product, and that helps to fuel the economy also. Okay, police vehicles, those vehicles are bought by the government, and so that's an example of the government playing a role of consumer. Okay, so there are different parts of an economy. Different places produce different things, right? In California they produce a lot of fruits. In Oklahoma, we produce apparently a lot of airplanes, but also beef, natural gas, right? In different parts of the country, they might produce electronics or coal or vehicles. Lots of different places produce things that they bring to market and are sold. Okay. The government also has a role in the economy. They provide a safe place for the economy to function with laws, right? Like making it illegal to steal. And they also can participate directly by being a producer, building roads, building bridges, building power lines, putting water pipes in the ground. Okay. And consuming things like when the school buys 8 million pencils. they are consuming a good that helps to fuel the economy. Okay, it helps to provide for people's needs and wants. Okay, that's lesson 2.